Welcome to Quintessential Comix, episode 16, with special guest Jason Loo. I'm your host, Alice Quinn.
I'm your co-host, Matt Garcia.
And we have a tiny whiteboard, but it is not the size that matters, but the quality of the content. We've got a great show for you here today on Quintessential Comix. Thanks for joining us. Check it out. Yeah. Yo, what up? Alice Quinn in the house on Quintessential Comix, interviewing Jason Loo. How you doing today, man?
All right, pretty awesome. Thanks for having me here.
Oh, no problem. I was first introduced to your work through way of G.I. Joe comics. You penciled and inked and wrote and colored,
lettered,
everything for the G.I. Joe comic for the Canadian Comic-Con last year.
I had some people that helped me write it, though. Some of the organizers. I just want to give them credit. Michael Heddle and Ron Costello.
But pretty much, it was.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
I was actually at Gorilla Printing, and I was talking to them about it. And I'm just like, damn, it's a lot of work.
It is, yeah, and I keep at it.
Yeah, and now I've been reading Harvest Loo Chronicles and Defective, which you can find online. Webcomics for the win, guys. Which are all comics set in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, they're my fan fiction that I've made, but I put myself in them.
Yeah, well, that's how you do it, man.
Yeah, that's fan fiction, but without the erotica and stuff. No, there's none of that. It's family friendly.
Yeah, I really like it because Defective is a story about racism and feeling different and feeling like you don't belong, and Harvest Loo Chronicles is about trying to find love, and it's just that's what it's about, and it's just set in the Star Wars world, and I think it's really cool, and I think it's a really neat backdrop to put in there. Obviously, you're a huge Star Wars fan.
Obviously, yeah. If you check our background, I drew that. I always wanted to do a Star Wars comic. Ever since I've picked up Star Wars Tales, which is this anthology where they get all these cool creative comic artists. Some of them are alternative artists, and they just do their own thing with the Star Wars mythology. And I figured I want to take a stab at it myself, and that's what I did with Defective. I wanted to write my own story, direct the whole thing, making a movie. I wanted to take charge of everything.
So is there a reason you decided to just do it on your own through webcomics, or was there a point in time where you were trying to talk to LucasArts and get it part of the extended Star Wars universe?
Initially, yeah, I wanted to show Dark Horse Comics I have the capabilities of telling a story and doing the art and all that stuff, and this would be my portfolio piece to them. But unfortunately, halfway in, after penciling and halfway inking it, I was reading the guidelines even closer to the Dark Horse Comics, and it said they don't look at work that has any of their licensed stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm just going to do this for me then, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and this is going to be strictly a fan fiction comic, and I'm just going to put it out there, share it with the other fans, for free for them to enjoy, and hopefully they will.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Defective. I felt it was it was a nice story. It had a good theme, good characters, and I just find the banter is really cool. Oh, forget him. He's worse than a droid. Yeah, awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it takes place 5 years before New Hope. Maybe a couple decades after Episode 1. So this is when the clone army they're starting to dwindle, and
they stopped making the clones.
And the Empire is using actual recruits, just people that are willing to volunteer their lives for the Empire. So you have whereas in the clones, they were made for a certain destiny. They were made just to serve the Empire. So they're just workhorses, while as in the people that I see recruit themselves into the Empire, they just want to try to benefit themselves, just go up the corporate ladder. And
yeah, and there's this whole class divide between the people who have been recruited and the clones, and there's, sour grapes between them.
Some little segregation like
Yeah.
that we've never really I've seen explored in Star Wars comics, and I thought, like, wouldn't it be neat for us to for me to explore that, and especially since me being like a minority, like there were some times like I felt being treated like a second class citizen. Like there were some times, so I would use some of those experiences into that comic.
Yeah.
So in a way, Defective is an autobiographical comic, just like Lou Harvest Chronicles.
So, I didn't realize that was you, and that was the same character as in Lou
I think
Harvest
it's pretty
Chronicles.
obvious.
Well,
There's some resemblance.
he wears the skull cap, and after I finished Defective, I could see it really leading into it. So Lou Harvest Chronicles is, the clone's gotten out. He's given himself a name, Jason Loo,
Yeah.
with a C.
Yes. Just like how Han Solo and Princess Leia, like when they got married and they got a son, they named him Jason, but spelled Jacen. So it's like, I guess that's a Star Wars way of saying Jason. That's how you spell it.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
And I really like, especially the first 2 pages, where he's just like running out of a terrible situation, and he's gotten this message on his box, and he's just like, play it later, and it plays, and he's just like, listen, I don't think it's working out. I'm looking for someone taller.
Yeah,
I found that's a common theme in Lou Harvest Chronicles. Do you not feel tall enough?
Well, I'm usually told I'm not tall enough. That's why I usually repeat that. Yeah, Lou Harvest Chronicles like pretty much depicts all the heartbreaks I've experienced from like girls I've dated.
Do you need a tissue?
No. Well, the cool thing about this comic is it's very cathartic, and in a way it's a good way for me to just put it behind me by celebrating it with Star Wars. So yeah.
It's a coping mechanism.
Thank you, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. There's like tons of experiences and moments that I still need to dig up and transfer it into the comic format of Lou Harvest Chronicles.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited to see more pages and more updates. And I like the format. Is it in a PDF? Because I know it's not on the site itself.
No, it's like in a flip book.
Yeah. I don't know what that is, but it's really cool, and I like how you can zoom in, and when you turn the page and you're zoomed in, it'll automatically go to the top.
Yeah, I got the inspiration from StarWars.com when they used to do their web comics. I was like, when I make my own Star Wars comic, I want to make it as cool as that. Like, I want it to be presentable just like that. And yeah, there was this program called Flipping Book, which I picked up on a Black Friday. Like it's like $200, but I got it for like half the price or something. So good deal.
Nice.
And where was I going with this?
It was cool. We have it on the site.
Yeah. It's a cool way to present a comic, especially if you have an iOS device like an iPad or an iPhone. Like, check it out. Check blueharvest.com, because you can also just flip the pages using your fingers.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
so
it's
cool.
Pretty neat.
So you are a big Star Wars fan,
totally,
as we've touched up on, and recently you won the poster contest for Star Wars Day Toronto. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so honored to win this award, and so flattered to have like my creation be part of the celebration of Star Wars.
Yeah, and not too long from now, that original art that you put up there is going to be plastered all over the city. I
can't wait. I can't wait to like take pictures and show my mom and dad, saying like, I made it big now. My art is all around Toronto.
I made it.
Yeah.
So we're really excited for that. Thanks for your submission. It's
tons of fun. Cool, yeah. Well, like anything Star Wars, I'm willing to do for free. Obviously, like I've.
Though you could pay him for Star Wars stuff too.
That would be nice. Ideally, I would like to make a living out of that, Lucasfilms. That's a message to you or Dark Horse Comics.
Yeah, no, I would love to see your work in Dark Horse Comics.
Thank you.
Doing Clone Wars comics and stuff. That'd be cool. How do you feel about the new Clone Wars TV show? Sorry, we'll wrap this up real quick.
I love it. I love it. You know, there's lots of haters that don't really like the prequels, but you know what? I think they should just come around and at least check out the prequels, because it kind of legitimize what's going on in the prequels, and there are some references to the original trilogy in the Clone Wars. Like, just a while ago, they had the episode Bounty, where you got to see like some of your classic favorites like Bosk and Dangar and Boba Fett, like all your classic Empire Strikes Back bounty hunters doing this one mission. And this is like an episode where you get to cheer for the bounty hunters. So
That's
like,
the best.
yeah, like you know,
Clone
like
Wars for the win.
Yeah, like you don't want to like wait for a movie to actually enjoy that. Like Clone Wars actually delivers
Every
great
episode.
stories. Yeah, tons of great stories.
I found that too. Clone Wars is particularly underrated for its awesomeness. Now, when it comes to drawing backgrounds and, you know, the spaceships and stuff, where do you draw inspiration from?
A lot from European comics. Actually, I brought a couple here right now. I picked up this comic when I was in Quebec City.
Show it to the audience.
Le Grand Duc. Sorry, my French is pretty bad.
That's all right.
But yeah, there's some cool pages, and what I love about European art, comic art, is they take their time in making this, and like compared to like American artists, like
it's all done for that month's issue.
Like yeah, for that month's issue, or like this could probably take a year or two, and you know what? It really shows when you check it out. Like some of the renderings that they have, it's fantastic. Like every single page is very consistently rendered, like a masterpiece. So there's that page.
Cool.
Yeah.
Show us some other stuff. We'll lay over some of that imagery in the video with magical editing techniques.
There's a series that I discovered when I was like on vacation in Austria, and it's called Solage. Solage, I think? Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, it's translated in all sorts of European languages. And what I love about this is it kind of has that Star Wars sci-fi vibe to it. And I just love the art, the line work. So I pretty much take the inspiration from the line work in this comic, Solage, and the digital renderings of Leduc.
And then overlay it with your Star Wars comics and
my life.
and your life, and there you go. And that's how you make Harvest Loom Chronicles.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. So check out Harvest Loom Chronicles and Defective online at
LouHarvest.com. Are you gonna have it right here?
Yeah, we're gonna have it right there.
Am I pointing at it right now?
I think so.
Awesome. There we go. And you can follow me on Twitter at @rebel_Lou.
And we're going to look out for your comics in the future, man. Thanks so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Hi guys, it's Matt with your news for this week. From Marvel, we've got big news at South by Southwest, the music festival. They're revealing the secret behind the Marvel Infinite Comics on March 11th. So check out the logo right here on their teaser image there, right in the corner. It's infinite. Whoa, cool, awesome. And it's part of South by Southwest's Interactive Festival, which features interactive media and super cool technology. So it could be something to do with digital comics, like an update to their Marvel Digital Comics Unlimited program thing, their service there. So we'll see what happens March 11th. Good stuff. And another big thing out of Marvel, we've got longtime writer of Fantastic Four and Future Foundation Jonathan Hickman is leaving the books with Fan 4 number 611 and Future Foundation number 23 in October. He's pretty much done his run. He originally actually didn't want to stay on as long as he did, but then he kind of fell in love with the characters, he said, and took it from there. Anyways, Marvel hasn't said who's going to be replacing him. We'll find out. And for Hickman, the future may hold possibly some Avengers going on. Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Anywho, from DC. DC has released Jim Lee's cover for their free comic book day 2012. Anyways, look at it. It's cool. It's got Wonder Woman, Superman, and Batman, along with Pandora. Why she's still so mysterious? Hopefully we'll find out with this little tiny issue. Anyways, so you get your free comic in May. Awesome times. There's also going to have preview material for most of their second wave stuff, like Batman Incorporated, Dial H, Earth 2, that kind of stuff. So check that out. Alrighty? Yeah, that's cool. Also, more releases. We've got an art piece here showing the whole crazy roster of Watchmen stuff. Yeah, hype, you bastards, hype everything. Oh my god. Yeah, there's no real news. It's just that picture. Because everyone likes pictures. And from Valiant Comics, it's the Summer of Valiant, which has not started yet because it's not summer, but it's coming. It's coming. All right. We got a bunch of teaser images from their upcoming releases, including launch titles like Exo Manowar, yay! Written by Robert Venditti and art by Carrie Nord. May 2nd is when that's coming out. Then Harbinger, written by Joshua Dysart and art by Carrie Evans, June 6th. And finally, we got Bloodshot in July. Also, a little while ago, Sony Pictures bought the rights to Bloodshot, so I guess we're going to get a Bloodshot movie coming out of that. Whoa. Shrugs from Dave. All right. And finally from IDW, Ed Greenwood, who is the creator of the Forgotten Realms fantasy setting, the entire thing. He's working on April's Forgotten Realms comic. I can speak. It's cool. Yeah. So it's Greenwood's first work on comics. Could be interesting. He's co-writing with Lee Ferguson and art by Sal Buscema. Sweet nerdness. Awesome. See the picture? The man loves to tell tales. So check that out. That's your news for this week.
Hey, it's Alice on the segment that would normally be events in Toronto. Since looking at the numbers and getting feedback from people don't really find this segment as helpful. They watch the show weeks later and it's no longer relevant. So we are retiring this segment. If you want to know about events in Toronto, great. Go to t.comics.ca/events or just click events on the navigation bar. That's updated constantly and there's tons of cool stuff going on in Toronto, and I'm sure there's tons of cool, awesome, nerdy stuff going on wherever you live, so just find it. But we do need another segment to replace this one, so if you like the idea of obsession, the segment about what we are obsessed with this week, and I could talk about TARDIS earrings, or Hello Kitty purses, or whatever. Or we could have a discussion about comics, point counterpoint with our guest. What? How do you think about that? So we're still working some things out. It's all, we're malleable. We can change things. So let us know what you want to see on Quintessential Comix. We'll work that into our next episode. So on to your next segment.
Hey guys, it's Matt again with your weekly releases. From Dark Horse, we've got Hellboy Volume 12 trade paperback coming at you. We've also got Mighty Samson Judgment trade. If you like Samson being mighty, who doesn't? Dave does. Dave loves it. From DC, we've got the Flashpoint trade paperback. Dave doesn't like that one. We've also got Gotham City Sirens trade Volume 4. I think I'm going to like the picture for this one. I'm just thinking I might. What? We've got Superman, Last Stand of New Krypton, trade volume 02. Yeah, I don't have a Woody thing for that. I ran out with that last one. We've got Wonder Woman, The Odyssey, hardcover, volume 2, in stores now. And from Dynamite Entertainment, we have The Boys trade, volume 10, Butcher, Baker, Candlestick Maker. I like it. Just because it rhymes. Awesome. From Image, we have 68 trade, volume 1. That's volume 1 of 68, The Trade. And Red Spike trade, volume 1 also, if you like spikes that are red. Yeah, I have to get the pause in so you can see the cool pictures. It's gotta happen. And from Marvel, finally, wrapping it up, we've got Astonishing Thor trade. Thor. There's my pause. Awesome. I've got Avengers 1959 trade. So. Hey. I got nothing. And Fear Itself. We've got 2 coming at you. Fear Itself Avengers Academy hardcover and Fear Itself Invincible Iron Man hardcover. Didn't we already have Invincible Iron Man last week? Different one. I'm a fool. Anyways, those are your releases for this week. Have fun.
So that's our show today on Quintessential Comix. Very Star Wars-tastic. If you liked it, press like at the bottom and come back next week for more Quintessential Comix Friday, lunchtime, YouTube. Yeah. Hey, you might be wondering, what? The episode just ended. Why are you back here? Well, I'm telling you the ways you can support Quintessential Comix online. If you care to, please do check out our various sites and like and or comment on these videos and or other stuff I do. Firstly, check out Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, YouTube, or the website. Thanks for your support. Love ya!
Yup.